Definitely not. So map number 1 is underway of this best of 5 series, win or go home for both Optic Gaming and Elevate EU. We're going to stay on board with Reedy right off the rip of this one, see what the strategy is going to be. You see him going to be pushing all the way through bedroom, trying to get these flip spawns as well, and it looks like he might be able to catch Optic Gaming off guard. He should be able to pick up a kill here on Former. Is going to be pushing inside the hill with the NV4. Oh, but Reedy going to get some shots down, not going to be able to tag anything up. Former almost does get the turn on him, but Optic Gaming complete control thus far, but Reedy's trying to spoil the party.
Indeed, Reedy kind of roaming around the map, just trying to make something happen for his team. They realize the slaying factor versus Optic Gaming is not going to be easy, as he's nearly able to find 2 there. Gets a little bit of help from his teammates, but he realizes the slaying differential is going to be massive. When you're facing off against such a talented slaying team like Optic Gaming has individually, it's never going to be easy. So you can automatically see off the break a little bit kind of interesting strategies. Reedy kind of going on the flank, trying to make that pinch happen. While it doesn't work, Optic Gaming is going to constantly have to be aware of those players flanking from the side of Elevate EU.
They definitely are. Scum trying to come around, trying to make something happen. Reedy going to be able to tag him up, and Watson is going to be there to clear. So Elevate able to get some decent time off of that one after the big breaks came in from Reedy and Watson. Elevate going to be the first team inside of the hill. One more player is going to be positioned up in bedroom for Optic. That is going to be Karma. He's going to be able to find one, tries to turn on the steps, but Watson's going to be able to shut that down. Now Watson getting things cooking, fully streaked out on a map like Retaliation is going to do you so good. And 7 kill streak for him, currently 8-1. And you know when Watson's getting hyped, he feeds off of that energy. The man talks so much smack over there, so you know he's up in the face of the Optic Gaming players as well. I remember back in Las Vegas, he was sitting there yelling 7th place to Scump and saying about how bad they were. But that's something to keep in mind too as this game does progress. Full streaks out for Watson, but now Optic Gaming has taken control of the hill. It's going to be Crim6 inside trying to make a defensive stand.
And we've talked about Elevate's performances. Actually, one major thing in MLG Vegas, the reason why they ended up losing that series versus Optic Gaming, was Watson's performance. I remember him having not really a stellar performance when it came down to the hard point. I think they ended up winning the search and destroy, if my mind does serve me correct, but Watson was a major factor in the reason why they lost this game. So the fact that he's automatically starting off this way, currently sitting at 9-3, this is exactly what Elevate wants. This is exactly what Elevate fans need for him if they expect to beat Optic Gaming in this very, very tightly contested losers bracket match.
Yep, and Scump going to be coming out on top on that gunfight. That was a very big gunfight. Who's going to get control of this Cathedral side? So nice plays there by Scump. Going to have the K-bar in hand. Going to be pushing forward, trying to get aggressive. Shawnee going to be coming out on top on that gunfight. The Floods are going to be coming in for the hill. No real big setups coming in yet. They take out Crim6. Things are going to look good for the guys on Elevate. Just like that, spawns are going to be cut off by Market. Elevate going to be in complete control of Cathedral for now, but they need to get somebody over by Bridge. They had Reedy positioned there, but it was going to be Scump breaking through once more.
And Optic needs to break this here, and soon Watson actually gets a team kill, but finds 2 in response, so 3 overall dying in the lobby, but it looks like it will be a hot 3 down for the side of Optic. Number 4, still Crim6, trying to contest this when he realizes how valuable these points are, and he is going to win that engagement. That is a massive engagement that he's able to win. He needs to stay alive. His teammate will find that, so looks like scrap points going to go over toward the side of Optic. The side of Elevate realizes we have to rotate. We cannot afford to lose the last few seconds of Cathedral, and also over toward that rotation to Broken Building. Formal waiting here, trying to hold the spawns toward the back and doing a great job at it so far.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. We talked all weekend long about communication when pushing for the scrap time. You saw the positioning of the Optic Gaming players. All 3 pushed into Broken. That basically gives the thumbs up to Crim to just get that scrap time. They know where they're going to be spawning. They know that Optic Gaming players need to focus on that bike shop side. We're going to hop on board with Scump right now. Reedy going to be right outside the hill. Scump starting to get a little bit of a streak of his own going. He's going to turn around and make that 4 kill streak, but the Fletchette's going to come in from Zed, and that just like that, the hill will be broken. Elevate going to be taking control, looking for the players that are going to be pushing over here by Shawnee. He needs to make a big defensive stand here as the green wall is starting to flood.
You saw the retake there from the side of Elevate as they're able to shut down Formal toward that side tree. Once they do that, they guarantee themselves good spawns. So overall props to Elevate so far. They will actually go in and take the lead here. Granted, it is early. It's not much of a lead, but it's still a lead nonetheless. Big gunfight going down. Zed needs to win this one, and he's going to be able to make that one happen. 2 kills from him, currently on a 4 spree. He will be grabbing a few of those scrap points. But Scump wants to shut him down off of that rotation. He's going to grab about 5 seconds there off of that one. As the rotation comes in here to Broken Building, you expect to maybe see a lot of close quarter weapons. Not really going to see too many MV4s, a lot of K-bars, and maybe we'll even see that Evo come back from Reedy.
Definitely. So if you're an Optic Gaming fan, you need Scump to get hyped. You need him to start getting these streaks going, being that big slayer that we know he is. Once again, I think it's the 3rd time we see him start to go on a 3 kill streak. Optic Gaming doing an excellent job of holding down the hallway so far. Have the players slaying out around the hill, but it's going to be broken open there by Reedy. See what the Elevate players are going to try to plan here. Pushing out into Plat is going to be Reedy. We're staying on board with him. The RPR Evo in hand once more. He's going to be able to find one inside the hill, getting the pre-fire to the other player by the window. Not going to be able to come out with anything there, but doing his best to try to stay alive. Optic Gaming getting some very, very good time off of this lobby hill.
This is not a hill that you can really lock down effectively. And Optic Gaming is making it look pretty easy, but here's Watson, ends up getting shut down. That's a big one there from Karma, but Shawnee is there for the trade. So Optic now getting those backside spawns. And we'll see potentially how much points, or how many points Elevate can get. You can see Zed automatically already on the rotation. Formal here, toward these entry kills. This is actually a big gunfight, and Formal is able to win it. That's a big gunfight that he's able to get in his favor. If he finds a second one, that can guarantee Optic Gaming to get quite a bit of seconds at least for the beginning. And that could grant them to maybe get around that 140 margin.
Now you see where the players are spawning from the side of Elevate, going to be down that bike shop, so they're going to have to make a push for the lobby. But now the Trinity Rock is going to be coming in from Watson. He's not going to be able to find anything, but he will be able to gather intel on where the players were positioned as well. So they know that Crimsix is trying to be a nuisance here on the other side of Bridge. He's going to have one player, Shawnee, just trying to hunt for him right now. But it seems like they kind of forgot about Crimsix. He's going to peek out around the corner. He's going to be able to find one, going to go back into cover. He's going to fly over top of the bridge, going to spot two players. Will finally be taken out by the boys on Elevate, and Shawnee going to be inside the hill with the NV4, holding down with long range of sight.
And I think like when we talk about the start of Elevate, right? I mean, as far as like the history of some of these players, Shawnee isn't really a guy who's really that well known in the European scene over the last few years. He's kind of actually a young gun. I think coming into PSX, the first event or the first LAN tournament of Infinite Warfare, this is one of Shawnee's major first tournaments. So when you think about the pressure, you think about all of the kind of momentum coming into this. Shawnee at MLG Vegas came up short. He's obviously a young gun. He didn't really have a whole lot of experience. He's facing off against these guys again, and he is in some cases a major player for them when it comes down to the MV4 plays. I think Shawnee and Reedy both combined for a few kills. Shawnee finding in to get another one, but you got to expect a lot out of this young gun. There's a lot of pressure on him coming into this game for Elevate.
Yeah, it definitely is. The spawns are being read by the guys from Elevate. Watson doing everything he can to try to hold back the Optic Gaming players, and just like that, they're going to be doing an excellent job getting a hold here. Shawnee, Reedy, you brought it up before, and now it's getting onto streaks of their own, both currently on a 4-kill streak. Shawnee with 1 minute and 27 seconds inside the hill and rising for the side of Elevate. 162 to 140 is the score. 30 seconds left on this hill. The Optic Gaming players not going to be able to get anything going right now. They need to try to make a push for this one, but it looks like they might try to just make one last push and then rotate over to that Cathedral side. But you can see on the top of the minimap,
right now.
Yeah, they're getting split spawns. You see Karma going to be spawning all the way to the other side of the map, and you can thank Reedy for that one. Now he just needs to stay alive, wait for that teammate support, because if he dies, things are going to start to look bad from Elevate. You see on the map, Zed dies, ends up spawning all the way over by the Boke dot area, but now the payloads are going to be coming in. This could be very good for Optic Gaming if they're going to be able to get this hold. They have two players watching the major choke point in market, one by Lobby as well, but it looks like Crimsix is going to fall, but Scump is going to be able to trade that one out.
Indeed he is. We'll see if Elevate's push can make something happen. Scump, Karma combining for two. Scump ends up dropping, and Karma is there for yet again another kill. Big three-piece there coming in from the clutch man himself, the two-time world champion, trying to bring Optic Gaming back into this one. But here come those streaks. How do those affect the side of Optic Gaming? You see Shawnee finding one there over on Formal. You see no one currently resigning inside of that hill. And Elevate might have just won a huge team fight. Shawnee coming from the flank, as he will be found out. So Elevate awarded the scrap points. They can get to quite a bit of points, actually. They're going to get around that 215 mark, I believe. Maybe around the 213, actually. But Optic Gaming is set on the rotation. This could decide the entire first game. Optic Gaming has to set up in Destroyed Building, have to have a pure lockdown setup. And this is all going to start from the streaks of Shawnee. Can he make some type of break with this? Trying to get a little bit of knowledge on the Optic side, but it's not going to come through much as Zed finds the entry kill over on Karim.
Definitely does. We talked about how important streaks can be, and you saw the big break coming in there from Cathedral because of those streaks. Now jumping into the hill, he's going to be able to get the kill there. Reedy and Watson doing some work together, and now just like that, Elevate is able to break this Optic Gaming setup. There's going to be one player trying to spoil the party. That is going to be Crimsix. He's going to be able to find one. Going to be one directly to his right in the corner. We can see it through the X-ray vision. Let's see if he's going to be able to read this one. Slides in. He's not going to be able to pick up the kill. It's going to be Reedy coming out on top, doing excellent work with the RPR. He's going to be on a 4-kill streak. He will finally be taken out. The Optic Gaming players flooding over from this bridge side. Almost looked too easy for Optic Gaming to break this one. 20 seconds left before we do go to the middle hallway hill. But you have to say, like we said, we got to give Reedy credit. This is a map where some machine guns you pretty much think are non-existent, but he's making it look so good with the RPR in his hands. Rotation is going to be coming in from the players from the side of Elevate, but Crimsix is going to be pushing into bedroom, taking out one. The trades are going to be coming in effectively. Shawnee going to be the player to pick up that scrap time. 235 to 196 as we are rotating forward. Zed going to be the first player inside the hill for Elevate.
Optic was desperately trying to get that flank in, but Elevate was always there to trade. Now Optic Gaming has forced a few players forward. They've got a few payloads to work with. Karma earning his, Formal getting very close to that overdrive. Can potentially use that one to win a gunfight, or if he has to rotate over, because Elevate is looking stellar right now. 244 to 199. Optic is going to have to make an incredible comeback if they expect to break this one. You see the Centurion down. Shawnee's using his payload. Karma doesn't even have enough time to get in here as the kills will come through, and that's going to do it for game number one. 250 to 199. Elevate now going to be up 1-0.
And if you're Optic Gaming fans at home, that's got to be a little worrying for you. the guys from Elevate coming out doing what they do best, and it all started